Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that no one saw coming. A story that seems to have started as a quiet negotiation but quickly morphed into a full-blown spectacle of speculation, intrigue, and last-minute maneuvers that could reshape the dynamics of one of the most competitive divisions in the league, as the Pittsburgh Steelers reportedly secured the signature of wide receiver Allen Lazard, a player whose journey through the league has been marked by flashes of brilliance, clutch, performances, and a resilience that makes teams eager to find him a role that can maximize his potential. Yet just as this news seemed to settle, the Baltimore Ravens are allegedly exploring every possible avenue to swoop in with a last-minute offer that could overturn the expected outcome, setting the stage for a showdown of strategy, influence, and timing that only the NFL could conjure, leaving fans and analysts alike on the edge of their seats, dissecting every hint of movement, every cryptic social media post, and every whispered report from sources who claim to have insider knowledge about the inner workings of front offices desperate to gain a competitive edge in a league where every addition can alter the narrative of a season. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Steelers' management approached Lazard with a proposal that seemed almost tailor-made for his skill set, promising him opportunities to exploit his speed, route-running precision, and ability to create separation against defenders who may underestimate him, while also offering assurances about offensive schemes, quarterback chemistry, and team culture that made the decision increasingly compelling. Yet the Ravens' potential interference introduces an element of unpredictability, a game of chess played in real time, where one phone call, one tweak to contract structure, or one hint of a better fit could sway the outcome, leaving analysts debating whether Pittsburgh's strategy was flawless or vulnerable, and whether Baltimore's rumored last-minute effort reflects a genuine chance or a tactical bluff designed to rattle the Steelers' confidence, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond Lazard himself, influencing free agent decisions, draft strategies, and the morale of players who watch such negotiations unfold with a mix of admiration and apprehension. Fans are poring over every detail, from Lazard's past performances in key situations to his reported preferences regarding team environment and role clarity, speculating endlessly about how a move to Pittsburgh could alter both his career trajectory and the Steelers' offensive identity, especially in games where explosive plays and dependable targets become the difference between mediocrity and contention. Yet the possibility of Baltimore stepping in adds a layer of drama that keeps social media abuzz as commenters dissect the plausibility of a chapeau, a last-minute steal, and imagine scenarios in which Lazard could find himself at the center of one of the most talked-about moves of the season, blending hope, anxiety, and strategic curiosity in a way that makes following these negotiations almost as thrilling as watching a game on the field, with fans of both teams fantasizing about how their squads could benefit or be hurt by a single, decisive signature on a contract. Industry insiders hint that the timing of these developments is crucial, with the Steelers' apparent victory in securing Lazard contingent on swift paperwork, public announcements, and the ability to reassure the player of his position in the depth chart. Yet the Ravens' alleged interest introduces a ticking clock element, a psychological battle that tests the resolve of agents, general managers, and the player himself, raising questions about how teams balance transparency with secrecy and how much weight is placed on loyalty, career opportunity, and perceived team fit when decisions are made under pressure, all while fans, analysts, and casual observers parse every reported meeting, text, and dinner that may have contributed to the unfolding drama, highlighting the complexity of NFL negotiations and the human dimension behind what often appears on the surface as mere contract numbers and official announcements. The speculation surrounding Lazard also ignites debates about strategic planning in the modern NFL, where teams like the Steelers are lauded for foresight and meticulous roster construction, while the Ravens' rumored last-minute bid reflects a willingness to gamble, disrupt expectations, and possibly capitalize on a competitor's perceived certainty, creating a narrative tension that feels more cinematic than procedural, as if the off-field maneuvers are designed not just to secure talent, but to shape psychological momentum in a division where every addition can sway playoff implications, and where the interplay between media coverage, fan perception, and front office decisions adds a layer of intrigue that turns a single player signing into a multifaceted storyline, complete with suspense, rivalries, and speculation about the long-term consequences for both franchises and their pursuit of championship aspirations. As the drama unfolds, one cannot help but notice the broader implications for player empowerment and market dynamics, where athletes like Lazard are positioned as both participants and catalysts in a system that demands strategic savvy, public relations awareness, and adaptability, a situation compounded by the possibility of the Ravens' intervention, which could transform what seemed like a straightforward signing into a public spectacle of competitive maneuvering, forcing analysts to consider not only the financial terms, but also the psychological, cultural, and performance-related ramifications, leaving everyone, from fans to team executives, captivated by the possibility that a single signature could reverberate through the league, influence coaching strategies, and redefine expectations for both Pittsburgh and Baltimore as the offseason negotiations continue to unfold with a tension that feels almost unbearable, highlighting the unpredictable nature of NFL free agency and the intricate dance between certainty and possibility. Whispers of the Ravens' alleged last-minute interest have sent shockwaves through social media, where fans of both franchises are dissecting every available piece of information with almost obsessive intensity, imagining scenarios where Pittsburgh's carefully laid plans might be disrupted by a sudden move, and where Lazard's own decision-making becomes a focal point of drama, as insiders suggest that the player's preferences, comfort with coaching philosophy, and assessment of potential target opportunities could all influence whether he remains committed to the Steelers or entertains the Ravens' sudden outreach, a development that turns the entire transaction into a high-stakes psychological chess match, with analysts debating whether the Ravens' effort is a strategic gamble, an opportunistic maneuver, or a bluff designed to unsettle their division rivals, leaving the NFL landscape charged with anticipation and speculation, as every reported meeting, agent call, and social media hint is scrutinized for hidden meaning, while fans indulge in what feels like a storyline ripped from a thriller, complete with unexpected twists, secret negotiations, and a looming question of how a single player might inadvertently alter the balance of power in one of the league's most competitive divisions. Reports suggest that the Steelers, aware of the Ravens' rumored maneuver, are accelerating internal communications, emphasizing to Lazard the fit, opportunity, and culture he would experience in Pittsburgh, while also subtly signaling to rival teams that their acquisition process is well-structured, transparent, and strategically sound. A tactic that demonstrates the delicate interplay between persuasion and reassurance in modern NFL negotiations, where teams must simultaneously protect their position, respect the player's autonomy, and anticipate competitor interference, and where even small signals, a well-timed press release, a private meeting, or a hint from a respected coach, can carry enormous weight, leading to endless speculation about whether the Ravens truly have the capacity to alter the outcome, or whether their last-minute interest serves more as psychological pressure intended to test Pittsburgh's resolve, creating a narrative in which the acquisition of Lazard becomes a microcosm of larger strategic thinking, a story of competition, anticipation, and negotiation that unfolds as much in public imagination as it does behind closed doors, leaving analysts and fans alike captivated by the delicate balance between certainty and disruption. The conversation surrounding Lazard also reveals a fascinating layer of fan psychology, as supporters of both teams project hopes, fears, and fantasies onto a single narrative, dissecting not only the player's capabilities, but also the symbolic meaning of the move, with Steelers fans framing the signing as validation of their team's meticulous planning, while Ravens fans cling to the possibility of a last-minute upheaval as evidence of their franchise's ingenuity and adaptability, a duality That heightens the drama and ensures that every development, confirmed or rumored, is magnified through the lens of rivalry, expectation, and cultural storytelling, demonstrating how modern sports narratives extend far beyond the field and into the collective imagination of passionate communities, where each decision, each negotiation, and each hint of movement becomes fodder for analysis, debate, and speculation, further enhancing the theatrical nature of NFL offseason maneuvers and reinforcing the idea that a single player's decision can ripple across teams, fan bases, and media narratives in ways that feel almost cinematic, blending sport, strategy, and spectacle. Insiders claim that the potential Ravens intervention underscores a broader trend in the league, where front offices increasingly embrace bold, unconventional strategies to gain competitive advantage, particularly when a player of Lazard's caliber is involved, someone whose combination of skill, versatility, and proven performance in high-pressure situations makes him a highly desirable target, and where timing, perception, and strategic communication are as critical as financial terms, creating a scenario in which the Steelers' careful negotiation process faces real-time stress testing. While the Ravens' rumored maneuver illustrates the potential for disruption, opportunism, and psychological play, prompting analysts to speculate not only about Lazard's ultimate destination, but also about the implications for team identity, locker room chemistry, and offensive schemes. A situation that highlights the multifaceted nature of modern free agency and the intersection of athletic talent, strategic acumen, and narrative storytelling that captivates fans, insiders, and pundits alike, offering a glimpse into the intricate mechanics of NFL roster construction and the drama inherent in every pivotal acquisition. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The unfolding drama around Lazard's situation also provokes broader questions about player leverage and career trajectory, as agents, coaches, and players navigate a landscape in which a single signature can redefine opportunity, exposure, and long-term prospects, particularly when multiple franchises are simultaneously engaged in active persuasion, with the Steelers representing stability, opportunity, and immediate fit, while the Ravens' alleged last-minute interest symbolizes unpredictability, potential upside, and a challenge to conventional expectations, leading to speculation about how the player evaluates competing priorities, including immediate playing time, long-term development, and the chance to participate in high-stakes contests, and whether the tension between certainty and possibility will ultimately shape his decision-making, influence team dynamics, and contribute to a broader understanding of how modern NFL transactions operate as complex, high-pressure negotiations that extend far beyond contract numbers, blending strategy, psychology, and public perception in ways that enthrall fans and industry observers alike. As the narrative continues, media coverage intensifies, with analysts dissecting every nuance, every potential scenario, and every subtle shift in communication from front offices, reflecting the heightened interest in what has become more than a player acquisition. It is now a storyline of suspense, rivalry, and strategic maneuvering, with Pittsburgh and Baltimore both positioned as protagonists in a drama where timing, information, and perception are just as critical as on-field talent, and where the player himself occupies a dual role as both participant and symbolic figure in a contest that captures the imagination of fans, commentators, and rival teams alike, transforming the usual rhythms of free agency into a charged, suspenseful narrative, rich with speculation, conjecture, and dramatic possibilities that will continue to unfold as every stakeholder navigates the delicate balance between opportunity, loyalty, and ambition, leaving the league collectively wondering if a single signature could indeed rewrite expectations and redefine the competitive landscape. Ultimately, the Allen Lazard saga is a vivid reminder of the unpredictability and intrigue of NFL negotiations, where strategic foresight, psychological games, and timely interventions converge to create stories that captivate beyond the playing field, where Pittsburgh's apparent success in securing a talented wide receiver faces the looming specter of Baltimore's rumored last-minute bid, infusing the situation with tension, drama, and endless speculation, and where fans, analysts, and insiders alike are drawn into a narrative that combines athletic performance, strategic thinking, and human decision-making in a compelling mix, highlighting the broader complexities of modern sports management, the emotional stakes for players and franchises, and the unique thrill of watching potential chaos unfold, reminding everyone that in the NFL, even the seemingly straightforward process of signing a player can become an elaborate, suspense-filled spectacle whose implications resonate across the league and linger in the minds of fans long after the initial announcement. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.